Oh man, I'm excited for this one, guys. Louisville basketball, let's take a look at their updated roster here heading into the 2025-26 season. In a couple months from now, once we have the schedule out, we'll do the full predictions on Louisville. Let's jump right into it. So, Louisville. First off, last year, right? A little recap before we talk about the roster for this year. They went 27-8 last year, 18-2 in the ACC. A phenomenal first year under Coach Kelsey. I thought they could be a fringe tournament team. Honestly, I think they got a little bit of a tough seed in the tournament, being in that 8-9 matchup with Creighton. They were 8-24 the year before. So just a massive turnaround by Coach Kelsey. And they lose a lot from last year. You know, their leader and arguably best player, Chucky Hepburn, Terrence Edwards, Rain Smith, James Scott, Noah Waterman, Abubakar Traore, all rotation players. And 4 or 5 of those guys were starters because of injuries by the end of the season. So, especially those first 3 guys, Hepburn, Edwards, and Smith. You know, when they left in the offseason due to they're out of eligibility, it was okay. How is Louisville going to replace that production? And as we'll get to in this video, Coach Kelsey had no problems. He's had no problems, and this roster, in a lot of ways, looks to be even better than what it was last year. So let's jump right into it. Here we go. So going through their roster, we have it sorted here on their website in height order. Kobe Rogers is intriguing. He was a guy who played for Coach Kelsey at College of Charleston. Missed all of last year due to an injury. I believe it was a knee injury. He could be a guy who is part of the rotation. Don't expect him to start, but who I do expect to start is this next guy, Ryan Conwell, who has just developed a career as just being a scoring merchant. He's at Indiana State last year with Xavier, 16 points a game, 3 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 1.3 steals. This is a veteran college player who's going to be a key player for Virginia. Sorry, not Virginia. We're going to get to why I almost had a little slip there, but for Louisville next season, and will replace some of what they lost with, I would say, Terrence Edwards. But different player. The reason why I said Virginia had that little slip there is this next guy, Isaac McNeely. Isaac McNeely, it's going to be an easy transition for McNeely in the sense of he knows these teams he's going to be playing against because he spent 3 years at Virginia being a tremendous three-point shooter, a guy. There's not many guys, especially nowadays, who can shoot in motion. It's a skill. It's a real skill. Not a lot of guys do it as much anymore. And what I mean by that is you think about guys like J.J. Redick, Ray Allen, who would curl off of screens sprinting full speed and still be able to get their shot off without needing to really set their feet and can turn and contort their body. Isaac McNeely is one of those guys. Rain Smith shot 38% on his three-point attempts last year on 9 attempts. They got their replacement with Isaac McNeely, who averaged 14 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and shot just about 7 attempts from 3, 42%. So Coach Kelsey, man, this guy's good. This guy is good. And then they went out and got Adrian Woolley, who had a tremendous freshman season at Kennesaw State. I am curious how all the pieces are going to fit together, and we'll get into that in just a moment here. But Woolley had a fantastic season, Kennesaw State. 19 points, 5 rebounds, 3.5 assists did Woolley. So this team, they got their 3 guards, to replace the 3 guys they lost from last year. But Coach Kelsey was not done because he went and got this guy, Mikel Brown Jr., who arguably was the best player at the U19 World Cup for Team USA, which is saying something. on a team with Tyrann Stokes, the #1 recruit for next year's class, and AJ DeBonsa, who's a top 3 recruit in this year's class. And Mikel Brown Jr. is a tremendous point guard. You've got 4 outstanding guards plus Kobe Rogers. They are just loaded coming into next year for Louisville. And quick note before I move on. Look, last year they were 27-8. Their record may not be much better this year, but they could have a much better team. And part of that is because the ACC is just going to be better. And so while you may look at the record this year and say, oh, they didn't get much better, this is a better team on paper. We'll see how it turns out to be, but this is a better team on paper. Javon Hadley. I love Javon Hadley. This is a guy who played for Colorado on their tournament team a season ago, or I guess 2 seasons ago now. He started at my alma mater, Northeastern. Funny enough, he didn't get much playing time there. Ended up going junior college and then ended up at Colorado. Now this is going to be his 2nd season with Louisville. He gets this extra year due to the ruling on junior college players. An undersized forward, but just has a knack for getting it done. And just a really solid player. Not a great shooter, but just does a lot of little things. 12 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists last year for Hadley. And then Muhammad Kamara, interesting international player from Senegal, from the NBA Academy there. 6'8" freshman. So we'll have to see if he develops a role. Also another 6'8" international player in Evangelos Zougris from Greece. Somebody we're going to have to monitor. Didn't see a lot of tape on him. Kason Pryor. Kason Pryor, man, really, really intriguing player. Very limited sample size from last year when he was playing a decent amount of minutes for Louisville before he got hurt. 12 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1.6 steals, 1 block in only 7 games last year for Kason Pryor. Not very efficient, though. Not good shooting percentages, but I wonder with this team being as low as it is, will those improve? And then Connie Roots, a guy who I think got better as the year went on. He got to, where are my notes here? 4 points and 3 rebounds in conference play. I just think he looked better, especially in that second Duke game that I saw him in. He just seemed like he was moving better, etc. Just more confident, more comfortable in the court. And notably, they have him listed at 6'10", 210 pounds. Last year, he was 6'8", 205 pounds. Roots is very intriguing. Shot the 3 decent, respectfully, like mid-30s. Good athlete. Somebody to keep your eye on going into next season. And the bigs, the true bigs for Louisville. Sananda Fru, they have him listed as a junior, which is I'm still learning. I think we're all learning how some of these guys are coming in internationally, what year they're in. But Fru, if anyone has any inside information, I would love to know. 6'11", 245-pound big. The tape seemed promising, the highlights at least, but didn't get to watch full game, so I won't give too much of a comment here on Fru. Going to be fun to watch. And then Ali Khalifa, redshirted last year after coming over from BYU. 7 foot, 250-pound center. He's a passing big, a guy who can run the offense for you. And it will be interesting how they fit him in. I imagine they're going to have kind of a rotation at center with James Scott having left the program. So that's it, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like this video. Let me know if you're a fan of another team who you want to see next. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.